I wanted to mention in this story time some weird stuff that went down. So I actually had the first video of this finished and ready basically to be uploaded on Thursday. So yesterday, which was my target date, right? And what happened was this light pole, a pole, I don't know, well, it was some kind of utility pole, about a block and a half away, just fell. Like it was rot. I guess like it rotted out at the street, kind of like where the gutter is and all the rainwater will flow. And it fell over and it landed on the large electric wire and knocked out the power for blocks and blocks. This was in the middle of me recording kind of some final thoughts and doing other stuff. So I'm sitting here and I'm doing this on my iPad, and I don't notice that like the power has gone out, but I'm editing my video and the audio was being really strange and all this stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, I think what happened was because my iPad was plugged in at the time, that whatever was going on with the electricity before it actually went out was messing with my audio. But I still do not know that the power is out because it's just me in the dark apartment by myself doing this on my iPad. And so I only had about 20% power left when we realized that the power was out. And I'm like, oh, shoot, it's like I've got to get this done, right? And so I kind of start freaking out, but there was a part of that video still that I hadn't recorded my commentary about yet at all. So in the midst of this, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Right? I realized that I could take my phone and just like record my screen with my phone of the part of the Rewired Souls video that I wanted to do commentary on. And then I could just work on the commentary like on paper, kind of try to write myself a script, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then when I had power again, I would be able to, I'd be able to finish it, right? So as soon as I hit record on my phone to record this video with the last 4% of my iPad battery, the fire alarm goes off. And not just the fire alarm goes off, it was set off by the neighbor across the hall. So it's loud AF. But luckily, as soon as we shut the door, I was able to, it was quiet enough that I was able to get the recording that I wanted. So I record this, and once I have the recording and I realize like I've got enough to, to work with moving forward with the rest of the day, I decide that it is time at 2:30 in the afternoon, after having eaten 3 duplex cookies and a handful of plain popcorn today, that I should eat something. I sit down, I take one bite of my cereal, and the power comes back on. Like, it's just like, what in the world? So the power comes back on, and I'm like, okay, that's fantastic, but whatever. And so I proceed to finish my video, and everything's cool, and then I go to export it. And iMovie will not export this video, and I cannot figure out why, and I am like frustrated the house and everything else. So I try to export a different video. I get the same problem. So I'm like, iMovie is screwed up, what's going on? So the next morning, I try to figure out, yesterday morning, I try to figure out how I'm going to export this video, or like what's going on, right? And like, of course, like after like, oh, just restart your iPad and like this and that, and go through the video and Googling like what could possibly be wrong with my video that it won't export and yada, yada, yada. And none of this stuff is doing it. So I figure, okay, I'm just going to offload the app and I'm going to reinstall it. So I do that, and then it won't reinstall. It gets halfway and it says it goes back to the cloud. And I'm like, what's going on? So I do a Google search again, and I find out that because Apple just upgraded all of its stuff, that my little iPad 2 is now obsolete. And if I want like good iMovie, I need to have iOS 13 or this iPad OS, which I can't get because my little iPad 2 is obsolete. And I'm having trouble downloading it, and I can't figure out how to do this. And so I give up and I go, you know what? I need to just kind of look into getting a new iPad. Like, this is nuts. Like, I've literally just started like doing video editing for other people and like getting paid for it, and now I have no tools. Like, what world? What? So so I start hunting around for how I can get one of these iPads, and then come to find out that when Apple did the most recent release this time around, they basically just, and this is like paraphrasing from other resources and stuff like that, that they basically just reissued a larger display version of the iPad 6th generation, I guess, or whatever, that came out last year, and made it affordable for people. So I just straight up ordered literally a brand new iPad yesterday. Then I had asked on Quora for like advice and like, why can't I get iPad? Like, why isn't there just an old version? Why can't I just get the compatible with my device old version of iMovie? The other thing too, like magically, like I live in Hawaii, right? We never get free shipping. We don't get free shipping. It's not something that they do for people who live thousands of miles offshore in the middle of the ocean, right? So, but I found on the place where I ordered my iPad from that they had free shipping, free 2-day shipping if you ordered within like this certain, like this time frame of these things coming out. Because this iPad just came out like 3 weeks ago. And lo and behold, not only was I able to like finance and order my iPad, but the plan that I was able to get it with is just unlimited talk and text and like 1 gig of data, because I don't need it. I'm just going to be using it here with Wi-Fi anyway, right? For only $15 a month. The payment on the iPad is only $15 a month. So for $30 a month, I get unlimited talk and text, a literally brand new iPad, and the free shipping worked. And they had 50% off of the activation fee if you chatted with their little chat bot. So anyway, all that being said, all was not lost. So, see, I like this look a lot for doing videos because it's not a lot of makeup, but I feel like because of, and this is like really poor lighting, I don't have my lamp on and there's like no sunshine today, but usually like when I do this look on camera, it looks very natural and yet somehow a little bit like flawless, I think, because I have very, I'm sure you noticed, like dark circles under my eyes and stuff. It's just because my skin is thin. I have the genetic version. Thanks, Mom. Anyway, so in real life, this actually looks very theatrically style because like my cheeks are very orange, but I feel like on camera, I feel like it looks just like a nice glow. Anyway, so sometimes I do like to go into then on my eyelids with some kind of color. Usually I just take the gold. Let's just try the purple today. What the heck? And I just again, like using my finger. I just whip this on the inside a little bit. It's probably gonna make me look like I have a bruised black eye. Yes, damaged. Okay. Would have helped if I hadn't got it like on the underneath of my eye too, but what else? What is life? Okay. I'll just blend it out a little bit and hopefully it's not like too scary. Whee! Doesn't really show up on camera. In real life, it looks kind of nice. And then I'm just going to use, oh shoots, I think I have to get out my other, I do. Hold on. The leopard bag. Hi. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, it's a mascara is what I'm trying to do. Oh no. Yeah, and it's all for naught. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do this then. It's one that's brand new that I haven't opened yet. Woo! This is the Revlon Ultimate All-in-One. And like I got these, I also have the So Fierce, that's the one that I was looking for, but I got them because they were on sale for like buy one get one free over at Walgreens, and so like there was very limited options, so I had to just get the 2 mascaras that I was remotely interested in that were still available. But this one didn't have very good reviews. The So Fierce had good reviews, and I'll admit, like, it's one of the best mascaras I've ever used. But this one only had like 3.5 stars and a relatively like decent, a respectable number of reviews. So I don't know why my nose itches so much. It's not this. It must be like, usually my nose itches before I get a migraine, so I'm really hoping that it's just like circumstantial. Okay. Anyway, so let's give this a shot. Oh, that's interesting. It's a very like tiny applicator. It's about the size of a doe foot on a lip gloss. Okay, well let's see. Oh, it's very clumpy. It's very clumpy. It's pretty. I'm gonna get out my So Fierce. Yeah, I can. Jesus Christ. Okay. The So Fierce. This one, it promised like a 98% longer lash, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then I tried like one swath, and I was like, wow. Okay, so hopefully we can get that effect again. This one has a more reasonable, and it's not as brush. It's more like a comb as opposed to like an actual brush, but at least it's not like 1/2 inch long. Let's just see what we're doing. Here we go. And of course I always bump my eye. That's another thing though that's good about this cream stuff is like if you bump or you have like fallout or something, you can just wipe it off and just put it back on, and it just blends all together and it's all fabulous. Yeah, so that's the difference. Like obviously one side is better than the other. But that concludes this makeup. I'm not going to put on anything on my lips because I'm literally going to strip all of this off as soon as I'm done with this, which is basically now. I'm going to take the hair down and see how it looks. Sometimes this ends up being a little hit or miss for me. I don't think I've tried to do this when my hair has been this long before. So I'll give it a shot. And I like used so many pins to do this with, so we're just gonna like fast forward to when I have them all taken down, and then I'll shake the braids out. Okay, so I think they're all out, and now that I'm looking like Coolio, I'm gonna just go ahead and shake these loose. The hair needs to be cut too, so I noticed when I was doing this last night that the ends are so dried out. Ugh. Oh well, I'll cut my hair, I'll do a video, I'll cut my own hair, so yeah, I'll do a video on that. I know it's been done before, but why not? I love the one with Brad Mondo where he tried to do it and it ended up looking super crazy. That was hilarious. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. I missed the whole entire braid. Oh my gosh. I was expecting to find more bobby pins, not like more braids. Everything is magically worked out okay, except for my hair, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.